Hey everybody, I'm the Dr. Bob Lee from 107.5 WBLS. You're watching Open. On today's show, we'll speak to a founder of a very cool internship experience who will speak about her passion project from the Bronx to Berlin that's grown with news on this year's contest winner. After that, we'll be joined by an author, motivational speaker, and singer that is showing her appreciation for African culture and identity through her work. We'll learn more about those books and more. And then we'll sit down with an associate professor of Sociomedical Sciences from Columbia University who will highlight how issues on energy insecurity are having a major impact on our community. And then finally, we'll sit down with the owner of a restaurant serving some of the finest Puerto Rican food. Yeah, it's going to be tasty. It's from the BX and so much more. Stay tuned. Kick off your shoes and relax your feet. We're wide open. Here we go. Hey, I'm your host, Dr. Bob Lee. You're watching Open. It's that live interactive program that brings the Bronx and New York City straight to your TV set. You can stay connected to us through social media at BronxNet TV. Leading things off, our first guest is a writer, creative from Germany, and she joins us to speak about the second year of her contest and passion project from the Bronx to Berlin. Please welcome to the show, Petra Baiers. Petra, welcome.
Hello, and thank you for having me. That is such a pleasure, and first time from Berlin.
Yeah, coming to you live from Germany. Here we go.
From Berlin, Germany. Isn't that great?
Yeah.
I'm bringing two words together.
How's the weather out there?
Um, Actually, until yesterday was so hot that you couldn't hardly handle it, and today is very rainy. But I love the rain because it brings the breeze.
Yeah. So as long as you have all those wonderful things around you, you got the contest winners, you have the radio station, you got the beautiful people, you have the food, the music, and the whole nine. Now talk about some of the things that you're doing. Tell us a little bit about you and the project that you're working with.
Well, I found myself in the Bronx like 3 years ago because I kind of wanted to find myself again. And I really found myself, and I started to write a book. And during writing the book, I started this project from the Bronx to Berlin, bringing a Bronx native to Berlin to do a 3 month paid internship at the radio station, at an urban radio station in Berlin. It's called 98.8 Kiss FM.
Uh-oh. Uh-oh.
And
Uh-oh. And you're playing R&B out there.
yes, be hip hop, well, all kinds of music. And I'm in the second year. So we're in the
Uh-huh.
second year now. Is the second person who just arrived to Berlin 1 week ago.
Wow. Okay. So tell us about this contest. What are you doing and how can people get involved in it?
Well, it's just a contest. We're just trying to find great people. You don't really have, it's always good to have a talent,
Uh,
have interest in life, especially music. But all we want is a good vibe. We want good energy. We want to bring the good energy from the Bronx to the good energy of to
uh-huh.
Berlin, and that's all we really want. We want to give, or I want to give people a chance to like experience the other side of the world because there's so much to see out here.
Yeah. What's it been like for you and the people that work with you and also the contestant?
Well, actually, I'm doing this. This is my project. I'm doing it all on my own.
Yeah.
And to be honest, it's not always easy,
Mm-hmm.
but it's definitely worth it. We had a lot of fun last year. It was amazing. I think I got emotionally very attached because it's a hard project of mine.
Yeah.
I'm trying to do a little bit better this year because emotionally attached is very exhausting. Um, but it's amazing. It's just so wonderful seeing young people experience experience See, now my German accent is coming in between.
Well, say it in German.
But then nobody understands
Well,
me.
we got a large audience, a German audience.
Okay, es ist ganz toll, wenn junge Leute ganz viele Sachen in einer anderen Welt erleben.
Now you can switch
You know,
back.
it's just wonderful when people experience different things
Yeah.
because I just want to, you know, the Bronx is so beautiful and the Bronx has this bad stigma on it. And
Uh-huh.
I don't think it's true, not anymore.
Yeah.
But people still have the stuff from the past. And I experienced the Bronx so beautiful. I was very welcomed in the Bronx, and I want to welcome people from the Bronx in Berlin.
Well, you have the contestant, and then you have your son working with you at the radio station.
Right. It's
Yeah.
like I have my son is the main host at the radio station. Actually, my daughter's working there now too and is starting with shows. So it's like all the buyers are working in some kind of way with the radio
And
station.
they probably play that record out there. It's a family affair.
It really is, but it's beautiful. I love
Oh,
that my
we
son is
are
involved.
family. I'm sorry. Go ahead.
No, I love that my son is involved. I love that my daughter is involved.
Uh-huh.
So this person even lives with my daughter.
Oh, okay.
So it's like very family oriented. The whole project is
Yeah.
it's like I have my kids behind my back. So they got my back.
Yeah, yeah. And who's this year's contestant?
So this year is a girl.
Mm-hmm.
Last year was a guy. So this year's a girl. Her name is Aisha. And she arrived, I think, like almost 10 days ago. And she was very welcomed over here. She's just beautiful. I actually think she's gonna top everything that happened before.
Yay, Aisha! Congratulations. Now, how did she win? This is her right here, walking through the radio station, right, in Germany.
Yes, yes.
Somebody's showing her the way to go.
Right, that's my son.
Ah, okay. Look at them. They're waiting
Yeah,
for her
that's my
there. Look, everybody's applauding her, and she's shocked. She's surprised. She's
Yeah,
amazed.
she is.
And what are they telling her right there at the door?
They just welcoming her. It's like
Uh,
everybody was so happy to see her. Everybody was waiting for this, and she received a very, very welcome over here.
and did she go on the radio and do something with the hosts?
I think, you know, last week they wanted her to kind of come down because, you know, it was very difficult because of the jet lag. And from this week, she's actually going to be on the radio.
Oh, and that's all a part of the Passion Project, right?
It's all about the passion project. It's like, you know, I have big goals, big dreams. It's like I would like to do Berlin to the Bronx next year. And I'm actually working on it. So this is why I went to New York last week, because I had a lot of meetings about Berlin to the Bronx.
So if you do Berlin to the Bronx, you're going to promote it out there, and they're going to come here, and they're going to experience. You're going to bring them to the TV station here.
Right. I want to, because this project is going to be a little bit different than Bronx to Berlin, because, you know, you have to do things different when it has to do with the States. So we're going to involve a lot of people, a lot of companies. It's more like an experience, like for 6 weeks. It's not going to be 3 months because that's difficult in the States. But I can tell you, if I promote it in Berlin, people are going to go crazy. People over here are going to go crazy. Everybody's going to want to go over there.
Well, we got to pay you guys a visit out there, jump on your radio station and help promote it.
Yeah, that would be so wonderful.
Yeah.
So I definitely,
We'll set something up.
Mhm.
We'll set something up. We'll bring some cameras out there, or you have the cameras there, and we'll make sure we play it back over
so
here.
so great, because it's like this year I'm really blessed. I really have to say, because I done it last year. This year I had the Goethe Institution jump on it. They offered a German course. I have a Berliner language school on it. So this Aisha is going to learn a lot of German.
All
And
right.
I even have Foot Locker Germany on it. So she's going to get a big surprise in Berlin. She can shop for free.
Yeah. She can, whoa, all right now. She can shop for free.
Yes, she
That's
can shop for
fantastic.
free. She's gonna have a photo shoot with Foot Locker Germany, and
Uh-huh.
she can actually shop for free.
Wow. And she can eat all the food she wants.
She can eat all the foods she wants. I mean, she likes the food over here. So far, she went to a festival this weekend. There was a big, oh, Lollapalooza was in Berlin,
Uh-huh.
and she got free tickets because of the radio station. So she had a ball.
Wow. So Aisha's like living the dream out there, huh?
She's living the dream.
She,
So she's still a
she
little
may want to
bit
move out
tired.
there.
Hmm?
She may want to move out there.
She may want to move out here because she's so outgoing. She's extremely outgoing. So she met so many people already.
Yeah. So where would you want to see this within the next couple of years? You got from the Bronx to Berlin, and now you're doing from Berlin to the Bronx. And how are you going to put those things together?
So what I would really like to do, and that's my goal, is like, first of all, I would like to get help because I'm doing it by myself for the last 2 years, and that's very difficult.
Yeah,
But
you need an
when
international sponsor
huh?
or something. You need a couple of international sponsors.
I really do because
Yeah.
that it is really not easy. So I had sponsors for the intern, but I actually need sponsors for the project.
Yeah.
And my goal is that every year, maybe two, three people from the Bronx come to Berlin, and two, three people from Berlin go to the Bronx
Yeah.
at the same time. That's my goal.
Would you like to reach out to a couple of sponsors? They may hear you, and maybe an airline or a McDonald's or one of the soda companies or
Well, I
vitamin
would
water.
I would just, anybody who just I'm trying to bring two words together
Uh-huh.
because I think in our time, this life right now, this world is getting crazy, and I still feel like we need to do some to bring people together.
Mm-hmm.
Um, Even if it's not everybody, if we don't start with little things, then little things help already. And if anybody out there hears this and really likes this project,
Mm-hmm.
in any way, because every little thing helps. Just supporting this project helps already.
And
Talking to me helps already.
where do they send it?
Well, they would send it to it's from the Bronx to Berlin at gmail.com.
Mm-hmm.
It's also my email where people can reach out to me from the Bronx to Berlin, but not the TO, the number two. So from the Bronx to Berlin at gmail.com.
Listen, thank you for all that you do. You're helping others get a chance to see. It's like an exchange program. You know,
Right. It's just, but it's like an intensive exchange program. Everybody just doing the babysitter and all this. It's like, I want to do
yeah.
some special. I want people to learn another job because if you have an experience abroad, that's going to be so awesome
Mm.
on your resume. It's going to help you for life.
Well, listen, thank you for all that you do to help others. We really appreciate you. And come back again, all right?
I will. And thank you for having me. I really,
Yeah.
really appreciate it.
We have to come out there and visit.
Yes, you
Uh,
do.
there you go. Everybody in our audience on TV and in the studio here, that's Petra Baiers. She's a writer, and she has From the Bronx to Berlin, a fantastic contest working with people. We appreciate you and love you. Thank you.
Thank you so much.
All right. We'll take a break. I've got more. It's all headed your way next.
We're gonna start the show right now. This is my favorite part. Ready in 5, 4, 3, 2. Hey, this is Angel, and I am one of the instructors for the in-studio production. Here at BronxNet, we offer classes that can help you elevate, expand, and start your television career. All you have to do is sign up at bronxnet.org/education. For the past 7 years, I have been in various productions, spanning from talk shows, independent films, news reports, art displays, teachings, musical performances, and many more. Ain't that right, Angel? Yeah, you're absolutely right, Angel. There are a lot of creative individuals that we're just waiting to sign up for the class. And if I may, can I also express that? Thank you, Angel. That's all the time we have left. Visit bronxnet.org/education and become a producer by taking the course. The class I offer is also in English, en español y también bilingüe. Nos vemos en la próxima clase.
And welcome back. You know, our next guest is an author and singer. Yeah, I heard she can sing. She's from Jamaica, Queens. She joins us to speak about her cultural book, The Literature of African Names, and to highlight the importance of maintaining our cultural roots. So please welcome to the show, Blessing Ngozi Egwu. Welcome.
Thank you, Dr. Bubbly.
Thank you, and we appreciate you, and thank you once again for all that you're doing in our community. Now, tell us about a little bit about yourself and the backstory on your name and how it all came to be.
Thank you for hosting me. My name, Blessing Ngozi Egwu, was the name given me to my parents. And that name has led me throughout life and helped me in everything that I have done or achieved.
Mm-hmm.
So.
Well, it was a blessing to them, and now you're a blessing to others.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
That's the way it goes.
That's the way it
Dr.
goes.
Lee.
Ah,
Yes.
it goes.
So that also instigated me to write The Power of Positive Names.
Mm-hmm.
And also the literature of African names, how names started in Africa.
Yeah.
And how Africans, take names. They regard names so highly because it's the first identity of a human being.
Yeah.
Even animals, they have names that we call them. So the first identity that is in you, if it is good, you wear it well. And it grows with you, it inspires you. If you are going the wrong direction and you remember that your name is positive, you straighten yourself up. Yeah. So after I read a book when I was in high school called The Power of Positive Thinking.
Oh, yes. I read
by Norman Vincent Pearl. I took interest in studying that book very well. That book had an impact on me, positive impact on me when I was in high school. So after that, 3 things in my life made me to think about the positive impact of of names in
Yeah.
human beings, in our children, in our, in our businesses, in what we do.
Yeah.
Yes.
Now,
And-
is it down through your family? Some of your grandparents, and they had positive names too? Were they into it, or it just started with you?
No, it didn't start with me, Dr. Lee. It started my grandparents, our ancestors.
They all had positive names.
Yes, they all have, they named their children positively. When a child is born, after 8 days, they perform a naming ceremony. Yes, it's a big thing.
Yeah.
Where the whole village will gather at your
They still
compound.
do it today.
Yes,
They
they
still-
still do it today.
Yeah.
And then the oldest man and woman in the village, they will bring the child for the first time to show the people, and the oldest man and a woman in the village will carry the child for the first time
Yeah.
and bring the child to show the people, and they pour
Yeah.
libation
Yeah.
and they pray on the child, and then
8 days after the baby's born.
yes,
Yes.
usually 8 days after the baby is born. It's called naming ceremony. And then after they pray and pour libation, they will ask for the name of the baby, and then they will bless the baby with the name and
Yeah.
say, grow with this name and do what the name
Says. Yes, yes.
And that's how the baby will.
And you have fulfilled your name.
I've not failed. My parents are very, very grateful that they gave me that name.
Yes, yes.
Because they blessed me
Uh-huh.
with that name, and I turned around and blessed them also.
Yeah.
And bless everybody around me, the people around me, with the name. In that, when I go to interviews, wherever I go to interviews for job, for school, for anything,
Yeah.
once I enter the office, then the interviewer will say, Blessing is
Yeah,
your
there
name?
you go.
I say, yes, that's the name. I say,
And it
"Your-
bestow blessings upon you.
Absolutely. They will say, I'm sure you are a blessing to your parents who gave you that name. I will say, of course, I am. And they will say, would you please bless our organization if we hire you?
So you got that, and that works for you. So you have a couple of books out. One is The Power of Positive
Names.
Thinking, but names.
Uh-huh.
Did you get that from remembering that book of positive
Pow-
thinking from
positive
Norman Vincent Peale?
thinking. Absolutely.
Mhm.
That inspired me, Dr.
Yeah.
Bubbly.
So
Very,
was that
very
your first
much.
book?
No, my
The
first book.
positive-
My
of
first
positive
book
names.
was The Literature of African Names.
Oh, okay, right.
Okay.
Let's put that book back up again there.
And the second one was The Power of Positive Names. Uh-huh.
That one right there.
Yes, this is the second one. And then the A Taste of the African Table. That's a African cuisine.
Uh-huh.
Yes, recipes from
That one right there.
Africa. No, this
Oh,
one
that's
is
the-
is
that's
the
the
literature.
first one, right?
The literature, yeah.
Yeah.
And
And a taste of the African cuisine.
A Taste of the African Table.
Ah,
Yes,
yeah.
yes. Mhm. Those are.
We'll put that up. We'll find that and put that up too.
later
So
on.
you have 3 books,
I have 3 books.
Mhm.
Yes,
and of course, each one of them are special in its own way.
in its own way.
Yeah.
Yes. And another thing that inspired me was when I was a child and child protective specialist with the New York City Administration for Children's Services.
Yeah.
One of the cases that I got was one tough case that of a child that was incorrigible, and his father was a chartered accountant in Manhattan. They didn't know what to do with him. Doesn't go to school. When
Yeah.
he leaves the house, the principal, the teachers were having hard time with him. So the case came to me. Then
So blessings can take care of
I'm
this.
telling you. So I started counseling him.
Uh-huh.
His father was shocked and said, who are you, this African lady who is counseling, because the father was watching us from a glass door. And his son was calm, listening to me and, you know.
And the son didn't listen to nobody.
Talking to me. And the son, he said that he had paid approximately 10,000 to psychotherapists and therapists.
Wow.
But the son doesn't even listen to them. What captivated him is
The
what,
blessings.
I mean, so the father was very happy. During the second session, when they came in, you know what the child, he was 11 at that time. He asked me, Miss Blessing, I like your name. I said, oh, thank you. He said, who gave it to you? I said, my parents. He said, Miss Blessing, are you a blessing to your parents? I said, of course I am.
Yeah.
He said, I want to be a blessing to my parents because I have not been good. I said, you will be a blessing to your family after we finish our sessions.
Yes.
She said, yes, that's what he wants. So he said, but Miss Blessing, there is this boy in my class. He's always coming first in every subject. Very intelligent. He's from Africa and he has African name. Can you give me an African name so I'll be like him? I said, oh, okay, we'll try. I said, but we're going to have to let your dad know first if that's what he wants. He called his dad. His dad says, okay, take an African name if that will help. So I gave them 3 names to choose from one. They chose the one that means winner, to win.
Yes.
Okay, Mary, to win.
How do you say that?
Mary.
Mary.
M-E-R-R-I-E.
I-E.
To win, to become a winner.
Like happy and merry.
No, not marry. To become a winner. Anything you want to do, you win.
You win.
So that was the one they chose. So he told me that he's going to become a winner in his life. And then he told me that he wants to be. I said, what do you want to be in life? He said, a lawyer. Because his father has
a law firm?
Accountant. He's a chartered accountant, and he want to be a lawyer. I said, okay, you can do it. You know you can do it with that name. Just if you are going the wrong way, remember your name.
That's right.
And then you straighten yourself
Yes,
and follow it. He said he can do it. Do you know, Dr. Babli, they left after 4 sessions. The principal, the teachers, called my director to find out who that lady is. So my director told them. Then the next semester passed. The second semester, the father came to my office with the entourage of Italian people, because he's an Italian, looking for me. My director, they want to give, he said, I want to give him some money. I have paid 10,000 for my son. Nothing happened. I want to give it. My director said, no. She's paid. That is the job she does. She doesn't take money. We don't take money. He went and bought a gigantic plant and flower that couldn't fit into my car.
Well, it's a beautiful thing because you're a blessing to many people. Not only that person, because he's going to extend himself and become a blessing to people around him too.
Absolutely. So the boy changed, and from 20 percentile to 80 percentile.
Beautiful.
They
because of you stepped in and did something. They give me a minute left. Where can we reach you for more information on what you're doing?
Okay. I did leave my number with
you have a website, social media?
Yes, I gave them the information.
I think we'll post it up there.
Facebook and Instagram.
Yeah.
And I left my
I see one here,
email.
blessing7400@gmail.com.
Yes.
Okay. I got you. And we'll post all of that up there. There it is right there. I love everything that you're doing. Thank you so much. Thanks for visiting us. And always come back again, okay?
All right.
All right. Blessing and Ngozi Egwu.
Egwu.
Yeah.
Yes.
Thank you. We appreciate you.
Yes.
All right. We're going to take a quick break right here. I've got some more. It's all coming your way next right here on Open.
Only 57% of New York City high school students are college ready by their senior year. "55% of high school graduates either have no plans to attend college or are uncertain that they will ever attend. "34% of young adults don't go to college because they can't afford it. Discover what's possible. BronxNet's education programs, internships, and opportunities help engage and inspire Bronx youth and beyond to pursue their passions. Be a part of the BronxNet family. Whether you're interested in our shows, joining a class, or donating to support our mission, visit bronxnet.org to learn more.
Hey Creative Family, my name is Timothy Coleman and I'm the Director of Education here at BronxNet. And I'm standing in BronxNet's Media and Technology Studios in the South Bronx because I want to let you know about an amazing program that we're bringing back that highlights the creativity of community members just like you. Emerging Media Makers is a show that introduces you to BronxNet's certified producers. They've taken a step in their creative journey by enrolling in BronxNet's media training classes. On this show, you'll get to see the many ways that our certified producers have created a space that's all their own. Emerging Media Makers, your passion lives here.
Welcome back. Hey, our next guest is an associate professor of Sociomedical Sciences at Columbia University Mailmen School of Public Health. She's also the founder and principal investigator for the Energy Equity, Housing, and Health Program. And she's here with us today to highlight the lack of energy equality in the Bronx homes. We'll talk about that and so much more. So please welcome to the show, Dr. Diana Hernandez. Doctor, welcome.
Hi, thank you so much for having me.
Oh, you're always welcome to come and share some great information with us. We love that.
All right, I'll do my best.
Doctor, tell us a little more about what you're doing over at the school. And you grew up in the community here in the Bronx?
I did. I grew up mostly in the South Bronx, Melrose, Morrisania, and more recently in Mott Haven. And I've had strong roots in the Bronx, always feeling like the connection to my community has been the real reason for focusing on issues at the intersection of health and equity and thinking about where people live in terms of their homes. So I've been at the School of Public Health since 2009.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, doing research for a long time on these issues.
Yeah, wow. And that research, since you've been there so long, it's an extensive research. And what have you come up with so far? What does it look like?
Yeah, so over the course of my career, I have literally poured my heart and soul into thinking about the homes that people occupy and what is behind closed doors. And a lot of what I have come to understand is really about energy and how energy influences so many aspects of our lives. And more, as time has gone on, people are feeling the impact of bills
Oh,
more
yeah.
and more. So it used to be that you had kind of a cheap utility bill and it wasn't necessarily a consideration. But as those utility bills have gone up and it's harder to heat and cool people's homes, they have difficulty paying their utilities and they're falling behind and also risking being disconnected.
So there's an energy insecurity, and this is what sparked your interest. You said, you know what, I need to find out more about how to get a grip on this this problem, not only here in the Bronx, but it starts here in the Bronx, but you want to do it like nationwide eventually, right?
Yeah, so it's interesting because my growing up kind of influenced so much of like how I learned about the issues initially.
Mm-hmm.
But actually it was in Boston. I know for the Yankees Boston like tension, that might not be a good thing. But I was sitting in people's homes in the Dorchester section
Uh-huh.
of Boston and realizing, wow, like folks are talking about freezing in their homes, being too hot, not being able to afford an air conditioner,
Yeah.
having plugs in different places because their outlets were not working. And there wasn't language for that in the books that I was reading and in the articles that I was reading. And I felt like there had to be a way for me to basically document a lot
Yeah.
of what people, what their lived experience was, what they were feeling, and how it was affecting their health and their children's health. And so basically, I started to name the issue of energy insecurity and then also follow in terms of thinking about the human impact. Like,
Yeah.
how does that impact day to day people being able to sleep, having to wear coats in their home, turning on their ovens for heat, that kind of thing?
Yeah. So the danger of it all also, you know, plugging things into different sockets, maybe overloading some of those sockets. You hear about fires and people catching colds a lot easier than normal because of that situation, that very situation,
Yeah.
energy
When you
insecurity.
Yeah, energy insecurity was at the heart of the Bronx fire. That was in Twin Parks in 2022. It was basically a space heater
Yeah.
that was
Yeah.
on forever. And we know that Bronx residents, for instance, report the highest levels of no heat complaints. We just did a number of
Hmm.
studies, some with the Department of Health and Mental Hygiene here in New York City, and then also a Robin Hood report where we're finding that almost 20% of New York City residents are experiencing difficulty paying their utility bills. And 1 in 10, so 10%, are actually experiencing a shutoff. So this is not so uncommon. Also, when you start to look at that over the course of years, this looks like, people not just falling behind and being in the dark essentially. And there's a clean energy transition happening, right? There's solar, there's electric
Yeah.
stoves, induction stoves, and as all of that is unfolding, we want to make sure that Bronx residents, households with children, renters are all able to actually participate and benefit from the clean energy transition as it's unfolding.
Yeah. So how can we help? I mean, with your research and everything, where does it go to? Does it go to some of the elected officials so that we can do some things about it?
Yeah, well, first of all, I want to also kind of say that help exists. There is something through the utility companies called the Energy Affordability Program.
Ah, yeah.
If you are on the Supplemental Nutritional Assistance Program, SNAP, other like income qualified programs, you're automatically enrolled into the Energy Affordability Program, and that gives you a discount on your bills. And that's really important to know that you're not alone and that there's help if you're on Medicaid or Medicare. Also, you have to apply separately, but there is kind of an automatic enrollment there. We also, there are disconnection protections if you're over the age of 62, if you're legally blind, otherwise disabled. So you could call the utility company. There's a lot of energy efficiency programs right now. So we
Yeah.
want to make sure that, especially tenants and buildings, know this so that they can work with their landlords in trying to motivate those changes.
Yeah. 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 Plug into the hallway, but but no, there has to be a number they can call. I mean, if they call 311, they'll tell them, let them know that if you're over 62, you can qualify for this. If you have SNAP or, there's something called the Energy Affordability Program with a lot of the power company, Con Ed.
Yeah, so you could just call Con Edison and they'll enroll you into those programs. And they really are intended. They know to how to support people when they are experiencing these difficulties. They're getting a lot of these calls more recently, so they're prepared. They can't do everything, but they can definitely try and link you to existing programs. And then at Columbia, our job as an educational institution is actually not only to support the kind of research endeavor, and that policymakers understand the research, but also that the public does.
Yes.
So we're having an event at the
Ah.
forum at Columbia University on September 27th. So that's during New York Climate Week. And it's called Power Uptown, Tackling Energy Insecurity Together. And unlike most of the programs that happen during Climate Week, which are really about policymakers and experts, this is for the community. We're having an expo where you can actually connect with vendors that are doing things like induction stove demonstrations and also learning about solar. You can bring your bills so that we can enter a raffle for us to be able to pay your bill, of course, with an asterisk around how much of that can happen. But we really want
That's
to
great.
involve and engage uptown communities, the Bronx and Northern Manhattan in particular, because we want people to understand, first of all, the issues. And secondly, that there's hope in this. We are really, shifting how energy works. We want people to be participating in governance and the regulatory process, but they have to know about it in order to be involved. And we're taking that step September 27th, which also happens to be my birthday.
Happy birthday to
30 to
you
7
and many more. I'm the first to say happy birthday to you live on TV. There you go.
Thank you.
Listen,
I can't think of a better way to spend my birthday than with the
Yeah.
community and doing what to me is like my life's work, which is to just talk about energy and make sure that it's equitable now and as we move forward.
Let's see if you can give your number to my producer so I can also put this on radio and let people know that there are things that they can do to get those things taken care of, whether they have SNAP or energy affordable. We talk about the energy affordable programs through Con Ed and things of that nature. Let them know that you're going to have a raffle that can pay that utility bill and things of that nature, so they can feel a little more comfortable in life.
Yeah, there's something when I think about like what energy represents, right? I mean, it's really about the basics. It's having food refrigerated and, a meal that you can prepare because of energy, not being too hot or too cold in your home, just basically being healthy and dignified, because that's what energy represents for most of us, is that it just allows us to do the basics in life. And when people are not able to meet those basic energy needs, then they suffer. And that to me is also unneedlessly suffering. And so, whatever we can do to help, we're documenting some of this also on social media.
That's good.
Hot and cold _NYC. And if you want to know a little bit more about me, I'm at drdianahernandez.com.
And you are energy. Thank you. Thank you.
Thank you so much.
All right. Make sure I get your number so we can keep in touch.
Absolutely. Absolutely.
Dr. Diana Hernandez from Columbia University, thank you so much for all that you do.
Appreciate being here. Thank you so much for the time.
You got it. All right, we'll take a break. I've got some more open coming your way next.
We're going to start the show right now. This is my favorite part. Ready in 5, 4, 3, 2. Hey, this is Angel, and I am one of the instructors for the in-studio production. Here at BronxNet, we offer classes that can help you elevate, expand, and start your television career. All you have to do is sign up at bronxnet.org/education. For the past 7 years, I have been in various productions, spanning from talk shows, independent films, news reports, art displays, teachings, musical performances, and many more. Ain't that right, Angel? Yeah, you're absolutely right, Angel. There are a lot of creative individuals that we're just waiting to sign up for the class. And if I may, can I also express thank you, Angel. That's all the time we have left. Visit bronxnet.org/education and become a producer, by taking the course. The class I offer is also in English, en español y también bilingüe. Nos vemos en la próxima clase.
What's up, creative family? Discover your voice with BronxNet Community Media classes. Are you ready to bring your ideas to life? At BronxNet, we offer television production classes for community members ages 18 and over, empowering you to share your vision with the world. Get certified in field production, in-studio production, and our new exciting addition, podcast production. Once certified, you can create your own show to air on one of our 6 TV channels. It all starts with our free Unleash Your Ideas Masterclass, designed to help you plan your show idea and set you up for success on your production journey. This class is offered at the beginning of each month for your convenience. Our dedicated BronxNet team is here to support, encourage, and uplift you every step of the way. Join us and become a part of the creative force that engages and inspires the Bronx community and beyond. Sign up today and start your media journey with BronxNet. Visit bronxnet.org/education to learn more and register. Let's create something amazing together.
And welcome back. I tell you, we've been talking about a lot of different dishes and foods and stuff like that. It has you salivating and you can't even speak right after all of that. Well, you know, our last guest is the owner of the South of France restaurant. She does it well, they tell me. We have to go over there and see what you're working with. And she joins us to speak about her restaurant, the cultural dishes that she serves, and so much more. So please welcome to the show, Maribel Gonzalez. She's in the house. Thank you.
How are you?
How are you?
So nice to be here.
So the South of France restaurant?
Mm-hmm. Been there for a long time, almost 30 years now.
Oh, that's a restaurant I haven't visited yet.
Yes.
So where are you located?
1800 Westchester Avenue, right under the 6 train.
Oh, yes.
Right near Parkchester, White Plains Road.
I know where you are. I'm going to pay you a visit.
Thank you so much,
Yes.
of course.
So tell us how you got started in the business years ago.
Right.
And you've been cooking.
Authentic Puerto Rican dishes ever since.
And you call it the South of France.
The South of France. We go back 4 generations in our recipes. Yeah, but the reason why it's called the South of France, even though it's a Puerto Rican restaurant, is just that some time ago a landlord, he purchased the building, but he wasn't sure what to do with the location. So he went to visit the South of France and frequented a restaurant that he enjoyed there and met a lady, the love of his life, married her, and when they came back, they recreated the restaurant to look identical to the restaurant they met at in the actual South of France.
You see.
So to pay homage to the love story and why the place looks like it does, we kept the name.
Yeah, good. So the type of foods that you have there are?
Well, we have...
Get me hungry. Here we go. Bring my towel over here so I can wipe my mouth.
Exactly, yes. Well, we'd like to think that's more often the case. We have a lot of traditional dishes, you know. Some of our more popular dishes are our picadera, which is an assortment of 5 or 6 different items.
Yes.
Spanish sausage and chicken and pork and shrimp, etc.
Well, we have to get you a table where you can set that up on display.
By all means, by all means.
And just show it too.
Yes, we have a delicious camarón fongo, which is a mofongo with stewed shrimp over it and garlic in a marinara sauce. And We're famous for alcapurrias. Very popular there, a traditional appetizer. And our skirt steaks are really popular.
There you go. And now for dessert?
Well, we have our tres leches, we have our cheesecake, and we have our famous homemade flan.
There you go. You know we got to pay a
That's
visit.
the most popular one, of course.
If we're going to get the whole crew and come over there. And
By
pay
all
a
means,
visit.
anytime
Do
you
like
want.
a mini Christmas party or maybe something, maybe before that.
We have a lot of we do a lot of catering, and we have a lot of office parties and church reunions and everything else, and those are the most popular dishes.
Maybe we can do that one day. Let me see. We'll do some catering and bring some food over here. It'll be nice and hot by 12 o'clock, right?
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
And some café con leche.
Seguro que sí. Absolutely. All the famous yummy stuff we're known for.
There you go. And people come from all over.
All over, actually. We are a Puerto Rican American restaurant, but we're blessed that we have a clientele of all over the spectrum. You can go in and find not only a Puerto Rican, a Dominican, but a Guyanese, an Irish person, an African American. Everybody's there under our roof, enjoying our traditions and our delicious dishes.
There you go.
Of course.
Now, it wasn't always easy. You had some adversities coming up. Tell us about some of those and how you overcame those.
Well, of course,
the
pandemic was a very big one. It particularly hit this industry especially hard. And but we survived, reinventing ourselves and everything else.
You had a lot of takeout during the...
We did, yes. I delivered it all myself.
Oh, wow.
Surprisingly to many people as I knocked on their doors, but in trying to survive, there were no monies for staff and et cetera, so you do what you had to do, as we've always done throughout our years. And unfortunately, recently, we've had a diagnosis of my mother with a brain tumor, so that caused us to have fluctuating hours and days of closing.
She's doing a lot of the cooking?
A lot of the cooking myself. I always have, more so now. And fell upon some hard times, but we're still here. We're still open. We're still welcoming people.
Eating.
Absolutely. Still having all of our events, because we're not only a restaurant, but we're a restaurant with a mission. We always give back to our community.
Oh,
so,
I love that. That's one of my passions. I love that.
Absolutely. That's been our staple, is that, we do it all for you in more ways than one, not only with our dishes, but in giving back to the community.
So when you speak about events, what are some of the events that you do in our community?
Well, I support talent in a lot of ways. We have open mic poetry. We have comedy show, particularly coming up this Friday the 13th. We have karaoke.
Is that it right there?
Absolutely. Yes. We do karaoke 3 times a week, actually. We're known for a very big karaoke location. And we do all kinds of things. We have live music. We do Bombay Plena. We do, like I said, spoken word, and all kinds of different things that we, donate to charities and homeless shelters, American Cancer Society.
So that's why you get, because you give.
It's been our motto.
By giving, It's one of the paradoxes of life.
Yeah, we believe you can't be of the community without giving back to the community.
That's right.
So that's what we've always done.
You're right there. You're
and now we need the community to give back to us.
There you go. So I want you to take this camera. Can we use this camera right here for the talking to? And just ask for what you want. Tell everybody where you are.
Right.
In Westchester.
Right. Well, we're the South of France at 1800 Westchester Avenue on the corner of Beach. Puerto Rican restaurant, giving back to the community, always saying presente. We are here for all kinds of events, and we need you to come and support us, to try our different dishes. We're so grateful for everything that you've always done for us. We want to continue our legacy of our almost 30 years. And please go to our website and our social media and find out how else you can support us. Thank you.
And then come down to the open night, the open mic.
Oh, every time, yes.
Yeah. Do you sing?
I try not to. I try not to.
Well, you're setting it up when nobody's there yet. Can you you get on the mic and test the mic?
No, I have someone else test it. I'm trying to stay in business, not run anybody out of there.
Well, they may love it. You never know.
Yeah, I do know. Well, the thing
I
is
get
that we're
it,
so
I get it.
fortunate to have many other wonderful singers.
Yeah, I get it. So,
Yes.
anybody come in that stands out in your mind?
Oh, many. We've had a lot of
Because you
celebrities
got a lot of people
come.
that like to, frequent places
Yeah.
that have these open mics, and so
Yeah, and it's amazing talents. People actually that do not sing, they come for the purposes of hearing people sing because
Yeah.
it's like watching a Broadway show. One of them is better than the next.
Yeah.
High caliber singers, we're pleased to say.
And you know what? They probably sing in the shower, but they're afraid to get on it. But they're gonna step. They like somebody's. Their
They're
double Dutch
there.
rope is turning, and they're waiting to jump in and do
They're
their turn.
regularly standing on stage and letting everyone enjoy their talent.
Yeah, that's
and we're
good.
happy to feature them.
Oh, good music, the smell
Great
of good
food,
food.
Great ambiance,
Yes.
a great tradition, a wonderful legacy, we're proud to say. And we just want to continue it.
Oh, good. We have to come down there and visit you, like I said before.
Thank you.
We'll come down. You're there every day?
Every day except Mondays. We're closed on Mondays.
Oh, okay. We were going to go right after the show.
I'll open up for you and cook myself.
There we go. Hey, man, we may take you up on that. We may take you. Hey, let's bring the crew over.
That's right.
We'll have like a mini party.
It'll be worth it.
Yeah.
4 years of, 4 traditions,
Yeah.
4 generations. They're all traditions.
Yeah.
So.
Anything coming up? What are you doing for the holidays coming up? Anything special?
Well, we always have, part of our motto, like I said, giving back to the community.
Yeah.
We always have a party. We always offer free food.
You have the things, you give away turkeys and things for Thanksgiving?
Always.
Yeah.
Toy drives, coat drives, all of those things
You're
every
right
time.
there.
We gave away a free buffet for 16 straight years to the community and never charged a cent to anyone.
Yeah. See, God is good. God always gives back.
God is always
God
good.
always gives back. Yes.
Exactly.
Thank you.
We're so grateful.
Tell everybody where you're located again and give me your social media.
Yeah, well, we're at the south of France at 1800 Westchester Avenue, Maribel SOF on Facebook, the South of France on Instagram, and of course our website, thesouthofrance.com.
There you go. Maribel Gonzalez, the owner, the South of France restaurant. Southoffrance.com, I heard you say?
Yes.
There you go. Thank you for joining us,
Wonderful.
okay?
I
We're gonna
appreciate it.
come over and sit down.
Thank you for the opportunity.
And over here, you always have a seat at the table.
That means so much. Thank
Yeah.
you so very much.
Thank you. All right. So
Okay.
come back again. All right, that's about it for us. Thank you so much for joining us. Thank you for letting us share in this space and time with you. Always remember, whether you say you can or you can't, remember you're always right. And remember, God is good, and He's
All the
all the
time.
time, and all the time.
God is good.
We'll catch you another day, another way. I'll see you over 107.5 WBLS. I love you all. Peace.